Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. Now, I'm actually doing something a little bit different here, and that is essentially me documenting my dopamine detox. Now, it is a 24-hour dopamine detox. If you're not sure what dopamine detoxing actually is, it's a concept which I've seen floating around online for about 12 months. I mean, it's probably a concept that's been around for a lot longer than that. The concept is that you strip anything within your life that releases dopamine, otherwise known as the pleasure hormone or happy hormone. The way this looks for most people is completely removing their smartphone, their television, screen time, hobbies, anything that brings them happiness throughout the day.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Which sounds really miserable, but the reason why I'm doing it is because I want to see whether it has a positive impact in any of my morning or evening routines. I want to see if it has a positive impact in my working day to see whether I can improve my productivity at all. But also I kind of want to see whether I've got that level of discipline. Now for me, I'm actually not going to be able to remove my phone because I need it for work. So actually what this is going to look like for me is I've removed any apps within my phone that actually bring me pleasure. So my fitness app is gone, my music app is gone, Facebook is gone, Instagram is gone, YouTube is gone, and TikTok is gone. So all of the apps that essentially draw me away from what I was doing, that grabs my attention, I receive notifications, all of those things, I've got rid of them. I'm also going to have no screen time, which means no television in the morning, no television in the evening, which is going to be super interesting, especially within my household. I'm also not going to have any caffeine or coffee. So I love coffee, and the thought of not having it is really quite sad. So yeah, guys, it's just after 8:30 at night now. Dopamine detox starts from now and will end tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. So yeah, let's see what happens, and I'll share with you my thoughts on the entire concept. Guys, here we are. The first morning of my 24-hour dopamine detox, and guys, it's been super interesting already. So my routine in the morning has switched up slightly. Usually I'll come down, I'll end up checking my phone and seeing notifications that have come through overnight. I'll then have a coffee, do yoga, meditate, and then get ready to do the school run. Now this morning I came down, didn't check my phone, didn't do yoga because it's classed as something that I find fun. Whether that's correct or not, I don't know. But I did still meditate because I feel like that's really important, and I'm trying to keep a streak up with that. So I did still meditate. Did not have my coffee, which fucking sucks, but it is what it is. But what was really nice was not taking my phone on the school run. So often on the school run, I'll end up taking my phone, and actually it can be distracting while on the school walk. So that was actually really quite refreshing. So huge positive there. Now I'm just about to start work. I'm going to go over to the desk in a sec. But I am definitely curious to see whether this makes me more productive. I'm not going to have my phone there as a distraction, and I'm not going to have notifications coming through from social media. And what's even better is I'm not actually going to be able to mindlessly grab my phone and just, without thinking, go onto Instagram, go onto Facebook, or go onto YouTube, and before I know it, I'm like down a rabbit hole or something. Okay guys, it's 1:10. It's a little bit more challenging than I first anticipated. Obviously the morning was pretty easy, slight change in routine, and because I started the detox last night, a large portion of those initial 12 hours were obviously spent sleeping. Early this morning it was easy. Once I started getting back to my work routine, that's when I then started to notice the challenges. I've been wanting to grab my phone just because it's a trained behavior. No music though is actually quite difficult. The house is so quiet. Don't get me wrong, it's peaceful, but I do like some sort of like just chill out noise within the background while I am working. But maybe the peace is doing me some good. I've been so focused on work. It's been a really good morning in terms of work. So I'm about to go and make some lunch now. Don't know about you guys, I'm a sucker for bread and butter. We're done. What is it? 5:30? So working day is over, which is great. And dopamine detoxing has actually been pretty challenging. I thought it was going to be easy, I won't lie. I found that I think I use my phone as an escape from the more monotonous tasks within my business, which I kind of sense that that might be the case anyway. But yeah, I definitely feel like I use my phone, I use social media as a way to just escape the tasks that I maybe need to be working on. In a positive sense, I've been way more focused. I've got all of my tasks done, which I set out to do. Lunchtime was interesting because I read a book, Not a Life Coach, great book from James Smith. If you don't know who he is, go check him out. So now what's going to be challenging is going into the evening, once the family comes home. It's going to be really tricky to try and remove myself from situations where the television is on. Now I only need to do this until 8:30, just to make it through that 24-hour period. So I think that'll be doable. So I'm aware that when people do a dopamine detox, they actually remove all technology from their life, all screen time, and pretty much just live off pen and paper. But you know what? Even just removing music, screen time, YouTube, social media, television, everything that I tend to go to when I want to relax was way harder than I expected. During the evening, I actually found myself with this sort of overwhelming sense of boredom. You know, I felt bored. I even found myself meditating again. I did read some more of my book. I had a pretty good conversation with my partner. She was actually pretty supportive throughout this, and we didn't put the telly on, which she watches more on television than I do. So yeah, she made that process a hell of a lot easier. Nope. At least we've got good old James to keep me entertained this evening. Let's see what we've got. A brief introduction to physics and getting to know your comfort zone. Nice. So everything I've just listed out are things that I should probably do more of anyway. So I'm definitely going to try and have more conversations with my partner, and maybe read for a little bit in the evening. What I found is by removing all of these distractions, I definitely felt like I had more hours in the day, which kind of makes sense because I was far less distracted, so I wasn't wasting time. So yeah, I definitely consider the evening to be the most challenging part of this whole 24-hour dopamine detox period. So, would I do another dopamine detox? Yeah, probably. Although I think next time I'd like to do it a little bit differently, maybe on a non-working day. That way I can completely remove all screens from my day and then maybe see how I feel about that. However, what this has shown me is I actually spend quite a few hours, yes, of my day chasing dopamine and spending time doing really inefficient things like mindlessly scrolling through social media or seeing what the latest release is on YouTube. So going forward, what I've actually decided to do is remove all of the apps that consume my time on my phone that are inefficient and I do not need. So I've already deleted these from yesterday and I'm just not going to install them on my phone. I'm also now actually going to make a conscious effort to swap up the screen time that I usually have during my midday break, and I'm going to start reading instead because I enjoyed that. So, did this positively impact my morning routine? Not exactly. I think if anything, it made my morning a little bit more difficult because it took me out of my routine. I actually used my phone to do meditation and I use it for yoga. And although I still did meditation and I didn't do yoga, I think it's important to still have a couple of things that release dopamine, otherwise life is just sad. And for me, that is doing morning yoga and just making sure that everything in the morning is done the same way because it makes me efficient. Did this positively impact my workday? Yes, absolutely. I was way more productive yesterday than I have been over the past few weeks or even months, just by removing those apps from my phone and just having a conscious awareness that I should not be picking up my phone every 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes or whatever it is. So yeah, that really did positively impact my workday, and that's something that I'm going to look to proceed with on an ongoing basis. I think in the last 24 hours, I've actually just become way more aware of how much screen time I actually get and how much time I waste on my phone. It's great that I've been able to identify that, and now that I'm aware of it, I can just put measures in place to make sure that I keep my productivity high. So I do encourage you all to give this a go if you are the type of person that just mindlessly picks up your phone, scrolls through social media, does anything that prevents you from either efficiently meeting a deadline or prospecting or outreaching or anything that's a little bit mundane within your freelance or web design business. If you're watching this and you think you could probably benefit from a dopamine detox, just give it a go. Just 24 hours, see how you get on, and let me know down in the comments. Remember to hit the like button as well if you found this useful, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.